Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the GROW program. Thank you for growing with me on today. I'm here to tell you love, not hate, will make the world great. Love, not hate, will make the world great. We are stronger together as a people. Listen, let's think on the freedom fighters for a minute. And when I think of freedom fighters, honey, I mean the faces of the civil rights movement were many faces, many different races, but the human race, fighting for the common good, fighting for genuine equality, fighting for rights, fighting to be free from oppression, fighting not to rise up and overtake, but just to grow with, fighting for just dignity, respect, honor. So there were some who had that, but got on the side of freedom. Use their platform to push forward for rights for all, for everyone. And tragedy, many of them, tragedy happened. Tragedy befell them. I was thinking about John Denver and Take Me Home, Country Roads, one of my episodes. And just thinking on him again the other day and how he tried, how he used his life for a better way. But see, his legacy grows on with me. It carries through with me. One day we're going to be able to grow down the country road. Take me home, country road. They say he never been to West Virginia. I haven't either, but I can just imagine, ride down a beautiful country road, nobody on the highway of life behind you, running you down. Maybe they want to pause and drive and see the beauty too, but no, folks in such a big, hairy honey trying to get around you. Almost running into you, would tear their stuff up to run into you, trying to get on, to get a breakthrough. Not flowing in the flow of God, honey, just down there running folks down. That's how people do you. That's how they do. But I think about Heavy D. And I think about a lot of legends, but here lately I've been thinking about him and the lyrics to In Living Color. You can do what you want to do in living color. Everybody here is equally kind in living color. What's mine is yours and what's yours is mine in living color. I can't get the rest of it. I don't think so. And how would you feel if everyone was your friend through thick and thin again and thick again, and egotistical trips were put to an end in living color? You can do what you want to do. He was getting the message through. He really was. He was getting the message through. How would you feel if a prejudice was obsolete and all mankind danced to exact beat, and at night it was safe to walk down the street? He was getting the message through, honey, but we popping our fingers too because it sounded good. Then we watching them on there dancing to it. They were getting down. I love how Kim Wayans, she get down with that paint roller, honey, that paint roller was going. And I just, I love to watch, when they get started, they were just dancing, honey. I love In Living Color. I used to record every episode. I record it and watch it. And then when he come in, I record it, watch it with him. Watch it again, laugh again. I love In Living Color, and they lifted us, they cracked jokes. That was it. That what the show was about, and it was funny. So, we got to see that. We got to laugh. We got to be able to laugh, honey. We got to laugh to keep from crying. You can't, I'm telling you, got to put on the tough skin. See, because folks gonna talk anyway. They gonna say what they want to say. Guess what? People talk about me, honey. Look, I got to keep growing in God. I can't worry about what they say. I can't sit up and be, oh, they said that. No, they done said that. What they said now? Oh, they done said that. Honey, please. They gonna talk. People gonna keep talking. That's one thing you gonna learn. You cannot control is somebody else's mouth. They gonna say what they want to say. They gonna write what they want to say. But go ahead and keep growing for a better way. Because see, what you gonna do them down the way is you gonna show them. See, I was telling you all along, but you want to go ahead and sing another song. You want to write this, say this about me, but I'm already showing you what I am. See, but you already labeled me. You put this on me. You put this lie on me. And see, I had to go with it. I ain't had no other choice. I went with it because that's what you said. You put that on me. You said that. Even though it was a lie. And see, rather than sit up and argue and go back and forth and this and that, honey, because I'm telling you something. A lot of times, one thing you ain't going to change is somebody else's mind. When they get their mind made up to do this and do that, honey, you can tell them, well, I think you should do this. What you think I should do? Well, I think you should do this and do that. No, I ain't doing that. See, you sit there and tell them all day long. You sit there and debate with them. They call you up. Hey, I got something going on I want to tell you. What you think I should do about such stuff? And then you go on, and go on into it. And get all involved in it. Tell them what you think they should do. They turn around for another breakthrough. Go do something different. Then come back to you. Well, I did so. I thought I told you to do something. Well, yeah, you did, but I went ahead and did something. Well, why you ask me? If you already knew what you were going to do, why ain't you go ahead and do, go and do you? See, because I'm trying to tell you the right thing to do. Do the right thing. That's all you got to do. You ain't even got to call and ask nobody what to do. What should I do? Do the right thing. That's what I tell you. What should I do? Do the right thing. Whatever it is. Just do the right thing about it and the right thing shall follow you. Some rain gonna come, honey, on the just and the unjust. Some rain is good rain. All money ain't good money. Honey, quit chasing after the money. Chase what's on the money. That's God. Just go pull out some dollar bills. Got some dollar bills on you. Open them up and lay them all around you to the side where it say, in God we trust. Not the other foolishness, because I don't even know what none of that mean. I ain't even trying to worry about none of that, honey. I'm worrying about God. See, that's what's carrying me. So turn it around to the part. You got some nickel, dimes, and quarters. See, because he said put it on all of it. So lay them out there too. Put all that around you. See, somebody was trying to tell you. He's long gone, but his memory is still carrying on. Somebody was trying to tell you, look at that. In God we trust. See, that's what you trust. In God you can walk out the room, trust God with the money. That's fine. But are you walking out the room and trusting God with your life? What you walking out the room to go do, is that about God? Put God in. Come on, God, I got to go in the other room. See, because you can't lead God. God got to see. God, you got to put God in it, huh? You can't put God, wait, God, I'll be right back. Let me go do some dirt and I'll come right back. I'm telling you, honey, because see, the time that you trying to get right back to God, okay, you did it real quick, running back to God. But honey, slip and fall. The jump in, jump out game. Get tripped up by the rope. Honey, get caught in. I used to get scared. I ain't like to play that game. That's another one I ain't like to play. Because, see, you get tripped up by that rope, you fall into the concrete. And that didn't feel too good. So, you got to watch out how you jumping in and jumping out. You got to make sure that when you jump on, you jump on. Because, see, if you don't jump on, your ankles get wrapped up in that rope. They already got the rope around their ankles. Ain't nothing they can do. So you wrap up in the rope, and you going down, in that game. So, see, that's another one I ain't like to play. Double Dutch. I love that. Love double Dutch. Getting all excited in the Lord again, honey. I do. I get excited in God. And so, I just got to tone it back down. Just bring it back down. Because, see, I do my work unto the Lord. I put my all into it. I put my everything into grow. When I say grow, I want the world in God to grow. Grow in God, to rise over, to grow over, to lift each other up and over the oppression, the spiritual warfare that's out there that's trying to take you there. that's trying to drag you off in some stuff, trying to get you caught up in some mess. I'm just trying to help you by being the beacon of light, that's off the shore, the beacon of light that the ships look to. They out there lost. They don't know which way to go. The beacon of light that guides you, go with God. God is with you. Go with God. You want to call him up. What should I do? Go with God. That's what to do. Do the right thing. And good shall follow you. I'm telling you. Good shall follow you. When you mess up, when you go in there and you do it messed up, here comes some messed up stuff. It's because it's everything all messed up. It's broke. That's why it's breaking news. Everything broke. When? When? Have you ever just been able to watch a program and some breaking news? It's breaking, everything breaking. Well, it is breaking because God is on the move. God is coming to fix it. God is here with love. Love is the cure for the world. Love is the medicine that the world needs, honey. Love is what we need. We need God. You can think you need your coat. You can think you need them shoes. You can think you need that house, honey. I'm going to tell you something. Just like that. Just like that. It can be gone. Carry God. Carry God, honey, because things come and go. You know how many times I've had to rebuild because of life, because of the highway of life, the traffic jams I caused in my life, the traffic jams other people caused in my life. I had to we crashed. I lost it all. Just lost it. We in a crash. So I'm there to rise, to rebuild, because I had babies. I had to keep going. I had to keep working, honey. I had to keep going. I had to keep moving, just like now. I can't let nothing hold me down. I can't be held down. I got to rise. I got to get up. See, because I got to do my work unto the Lord. And that is to grow, to sow, to live, to rise, grow, sow some more. Honey, keep on growing in God. We got to keep growing because we can't die in the spiritual warfare. That's not an option. We cannot die in the spiritual warfare. It's just like knowing some foolishness right there. And what you do is you just block out the foolishness. You know it's there, but you just block it out. That's how I do with the oppression, the spiritual warfare that's out there. Honey, I ain't looking for nothing. I ain't going looking, trying to find anything but God. That's why I keep the tracker on is the Lord. I used to be tracking these other things, other websites, looking for folks and stuff. Honey. Looking for God, walk in the room, God, God is in every room, God all over, everywhere. But look, evil spirits are out there too. Evil spirits are there, honey. You can allow yourself to be used by evil. Don't allow you to be a tool used by evil. You got to be the change. You have to be the difference because, see, other folks looking at you. You may not think they looking at you, but, honey, folks are looking at you and they see you. They see what's going on with you. You can think, you sliding under the radar, honey. No, you on God's radar. And see, God is, I'm telling you, folks are guided. We are guided. We down here, we're in the physical, but we are spiritual beings. And we are guided, guided by God, but some of us guided by our own will. Some of us guided by evil. See, you can't serve two masters. See, because at one point, some is going to head up. That's what it's going to do. So, see, what we trying to do is head off the evil before it get to you. We trying to head off the evil. We trying to grow in God, head it off, and then what we're going to do as we grow, we're going to grow on kings and queens to that great celebrity ring. We headed to this great celebrity ring, and I'm going to tell you something. It's for us as a people to rise. Us as a people, as one nation, one world. I'm going to tell you something, honey. Things don't mean anything to me, honey. Cars, houses, all this other foolishness don't mean nothing. I want to buy up some stores. I want to buy some houses. I want to just give them away. That's what I want to do after I sell my story. After I sell the story, honey, what I want to do in the movie and the book deals, and whoever want to be in the movie too. It don't matter to me, honey. Because I want to lift us all, not me. I want to lift us all, lift every single one of us. Whatever you need, whatever you want. You want a business, you want to start, you want to act, you want to do this, do that. Whatever you want to do in God, God got you. You growing with me. So God got you. I got you. I'm here with you every day. And I'm going to grow with you each and every day for a better way. We got to, honey. So it's about giving. Ministry is about giving to the people, giving God's word, God's love. Support your ministry, support your own ministry, that's what we supposed to do. And then we sow a seed of love to others for the breakthrough. See, because what you sow, you shall reap. So keep on sowing love, honey. And then a sweet son of love you will have to keep. You'll have a great harvest for God. The harvest is coming up for the world. It's coming up, God. So we growing in God. That's what we doing. So you see what they need. So go over there and help them out. Go over there and give them a lift, lift them up. Sow a seed over there. Sow a seed. See a need, 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 sow a seed. Just do that. Do that, kings and queens. That's what we here for. We here for one another. Because look, this stuff here don't matter. What you got don't matter. Don't mean anything, honey. It don't mean anything. Whoever you are. We are all here under oppression. We all are under oppression. It don't matter your status of wealth. Don't matter where you live at. Anybody can be failed by oppression. So what we got to do, we got to heed it off. We got to come at it another way. We got to use a different strategy. We got to be on the defense. Defense. We got to get on the defense of oppression, honey. See, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and begin. I'm going to begin on the defense. So oppression is not growing with me. The old going back, the old going down. The oppression is not rise. Like grow. No, we need the old, but, oppression, the idea of oppression growing with me. No, oppression is growing away. We gonna drive the evil and hate out and make the world great, everywhere, all around the world. Love, God is good, God is love, sow love in every neighborhood, honey. I'm telling you, that's what we got to do, kings and queens. Change begins with you. Change begins on the inside. Once you begin to change on the inside, things around you begin to change. Everything around you begin to change. I'm going to tell you something, honey. One thing, I got to be me, honey. I'm going to be me. I am who I am. It is what it is, honey. In this case, that's what it's going to be because ain't no future. It 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 ain't no future in your front. Not at all. I see. So, as we grow, God bless you. God keep you. As we grow, tell someone how to get the breakthrough. As we grow, take them up under your wing, kings and queens. Lift them up. Show them the way. As we grow, be the beacon of light, the shine of light for a better way. As we grow for tomorrow. Today. I love you. Let's rise, kings and queens. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world.